ever wondered what makes a necromancer so powerful? Now let's embark on a journey into the shadows, where we'll discover the formidable skills of the necromancer, a master of the dark arts in the mystical realm of Conquest Earth. This enigmatic figure harnesses two main categories of skills: marks and skull rings. Marks, deeply engraved on the armor or melee weapons of high-ranking necromancers, are sinister magical runes that unleash devastating effects on their opponents. These effects range from debilitating pain to horrific enchantments that can render an enemy defenseless. On the other hand, we have the skull rings, a testament to the necromancer's chilling prowess. Crafted from the magically shrunken skulls of their fallen enemies, these rings emit a powerful beam of terminal energy, a force as enigmatic as it is deadly. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the first category of skills, the marks. What makes the marks so unique? They are sinister magical runes engraved upon a necromancer's armor or melee weapon. These marks are not just for show. They carry a potent force that can turn the tide of a battle in the blink of an eye. When a mark is struck or causes damage, its magic activates, subjecting the attacker to an offense, manipulation versus resilience roll. The power of these marks is not to be underestimated. The level of manipulation they possess is equal to the skill of the necromancer at the time of their creation, and when it comes to dispelling these effects, it's no easy task. The spell of the mark carries as many magic points as the rank of the necromancer when it was carved. But here's the catch. A necromancer can only have one mark of each kind in existence at any given time. That's right, just one. Each time a necromancer selects this skill of the mighty, they can choose to carve a new mark. But doing so requires a careful decision, as each mark presents its unique advantage. For instance, the mark of pestilence can inflict a rotting disease on the opponent, draining their health points round by round. The mark of agony, on the other hand, can render an opponent unable to attack, defend, or even evade effectively. The mark of bullet bane makes the victim a target of any projectile weapon within range, while the mark of blight infects the victim's bloodstream with a potent poison. Then there's the mark of horror, which freezes the victim in staunch horror. Unlike the other marks, this one doesn't use an offense manipulation versus resilience roll. Instead, it has a fright attack equal to the necromancer's intellect at the time of engraving against the victim's rank. The mark of silence renders the victim mute, and the mark of sorrow forces them onto their knees, sobbing and unable to defend themselves. Each mark offers a unique advantage, making the necromancer a formidable opponent. Let's delve into the specifics of each mark, starting with the mark of pestilence. This ominous symbol, when successful, bestows upon the necromancer's opponent a peculiar rotting disease. It's like a ticking time bomb, draining the opponent's health points round after round until the spell expires. Next up is the mark of agony. This mark is a master manipulator, causing the opponent to double over in excruciating pain, leaving them virtually defenseless. The pain is so intense that it hinders evasion, making the opponent an easy target. Then we have the mark of bullet bane. This mark is a sniper's nightmare. When activated, it draws any projectile weapon within range towards the victim, making them an unwilling bullseye. The projectiles carry the attack power of those who fired them, making this mark a deadly tool in the necromancer's arsenal. The mark of blight is another sinister symbol. It infects the victim's bloodstream with a potent poison, causing significant damage. This mark is particularly menacing as it is impossible to dispel. The poison is real and must be treated as such, adding an element of urgency and danger. The mark of horror is unique among its peers. Instead of relying on a manipulation versus resilience roll, it utilizes a fright attack equal to the necromancer's intellect at the time of engraving. If the victim fails to resist, they're paralyzed by sheer terror, unable to attack or defend themselves. Only magical allies can mitigate this effect, but it takes a significant amount of magic to do so. The mark of silence is a quiet but deadly weapon. When this mark is in effect, the victim may go through the motions of speech, but no sound will come out. This mark is especially debilitating for professions that rely on spellcasting, rendering them virtually powerless. Finally, we have the mark of sorrow. This mark forces the victim into a state of uncontrollable sobbing, leaving them barely able to defend themselves. The emotional turmoil it induces is so great that it hampers the victim's ability to attack or evade, making them an easy target. These marks, each with their unique effects, contribute to the necromancer's power and versatility. They offer a range of strategies to incapacitate opponents, whether by debilitating them with physical ailments, exploiting their fears, or silencing their magic. Each mark is a testament to the necromancer's cunning and mastery over the dark arts, making them a formidable adversary in any setting. Moving on from the marks, we have another fascinating aspect of the necromancer's skills: the skull rings. These are not just ordinary rings, they are a testament to the necromancer's triumph over their foes. Through a labor-intensive process, a necromancer can shrink the skull of a defeated enemy to a size suitable for a ring. But it's not just about the aesthetics. These skull rings are imbued with powerful magic, making them an effective tool in the necromancer's arsenal. The real magic lies in the eye sockets of these skulls. They can project a narrow yet potent beam of what is known as terminal energy. This energy can be fleeting, but don't let that fool you. It can cause significant damage to the necromancer's foes. The skull rings not only add to the necromancer's power, but also serve as a chilling reminder of their abilities. Now, let's explore the power that these skull rings hold. Imagine, if you will, a necromancer after a victorious battle, bending over the fallen body of an adversary. With a swift, precise cut, the skull is separated from the body. Not as a trophy, no. This is the beginning of a labor-intensive process, a ritual, if you will, where the necromancer magically shrinks and empowers the skull. Through this process, the necromancer imbues the skull with his or her own power, creating a potent magical artifact. The end result? A ring. But not just any ring, a skull ring. A ring that holds within its small form a power that is as deadly as it is unique. Now, you might be wondering what makes these skull rings so special. Well, the answer lies within the eye sockets of the skull. From these seemingly empty spaces, a narrow but powerful beam of magic can be shot, a beam of what we call terminal energy. This terminal energy is a potent force, a concentrated beam of magic that can be lethal to those it hits. It's a fleeting burst, not a continuous stream, but do not let that fool you. In the hands of a skilled necromancer, even a fleeting burst can be deadly. The significance of this power cannot be understated. With a skull ring, a necromancer has a ranged weapon that can be used from a safe distance, away from the front lines of a battle. It provides a strategic advantage, an additional tool in the necromancer's arsenal that can tip the scales in their favor. But more than that, the skull ring is a symbol of the necromancer's power, of their ability to conquer their enemies and use their remains in a way that continues to serve their purpose. A constant reminder to their foes of their might and the fate that awaits those who dare to oppose them. The skull rings, with their potent power, add another layer to the necromancer's arsenal. We've explored the marks and the skull rings, two categories of skills that make the necromancer so powerful. From the sinister magic runes of the marks, engraved on armor or weapons, to the laboriously crafted skull rings, the necromancer's arsenal is vast and varied. The marks, with their unique effects ranging from pestilence to sorrow, offer the necromancer a myriad of ways to debilitate their opponents. Each mark, once activated, can turn the tide of battle, making the necromancer a formidable adversary. The skull rings, on the other hand, give the necromancer a potent offensive capability. Crafted from the skulls of fallen foes, these rings channel terminal energy, providing a swift and deadly attack. In essence, the necromancer's skills are a testament to their power and ingenuity. They are a blend of offense and defense, of direct damage and subtle manipulation. Whether it's the marks or the skull rings, each skill adds to the necromancer's formidable prowess, making them a force to be reckoned with.